BlueBox Video 4.25. So this hair products chart is very confusing to read. What's going on here is it's organized by the type of product, and then it has how much how much product was sold for each category for each month, and it effectively has created 16 bars in this bar chart. Very difficult to read. Um, there is an alternative way in which we could make this a better looking um, chart. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to change this um, from a row chart to a line chart. So if I've selected the chart and I go to chart design, I can change the chart type, and I'm just going to change it to line. All right, so now I have lines. Even this is pretty hard to read. Um, so the next step that we're going to do is, instead of having um, the sales by category for the month, which is not really informative, I'm going to switch the rows and the columns. So under chart design, switch rows and columns. Now this is going to make a little more sense, because what I have here is, the January to December sales for each of the products. So I can follow at any point in time, I can look at the sales for that month in the different categories. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work with this horizontal axis. So I double click on it, and we're going to go to text options. And we'll go ahead and click the text box. Okay. And from the text box, we'll click on the custom angle box, and we're going to change it to be minus 50. So we'll click in here. I'm going to type in minus 50. So it's going to rotate the text around sort of backwards in a minus 50 degrees is technically what it's doing there. So you can see, instead of showing horizontally, it's now showing it at an angle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the chart title, and we're going to have what you see in B1 as the title of the chart. So I'm going to click on the chart title. Remember, the way in which we have to do this is we have to go up to the formula bar, we manually type in the equal sign, and then I can click on B1. When I do that and I hit return, now the chart title and the what's in B1 will align. So this chart's a little more readable at this point. Now, the Windows version of this has, when I click on a chart, it has three boxes out here to the right. The three boxes out here to the right, two of them will allow me to change the add chart item elements, change the layout, the color, and the style. So I don't have to worry about the fact that I don't have those two boxes on a Mac. I know that I can come under chart design, and I just have to come up to the chart design tab and make the changes up on the ribbon as opposed to out on the chart. This next thing, however, is something that is unique to Windows, and while I can add a chart title, for example, in multiple different ways, what I'm about to do or what I'm about to describe cannot be done on a Mac. I have played around and tried to figure out, is there a way in which I can sort of backdoor in and get the same exact result. So you can't get the same exact result exactly the way in which Excel understands what we've done. However, I can get the same exact chart, just in a different way. Okay. So what that last button that on a Windows PC that's going to be like out here, about out here when I click on the chart, is a picture of a funnel. and it allows us to filter out the data. And I can filter out the data in a variety of ways. I could get rid of January. I can get rid of some of the series here. And so they actually have us filter out everything except for shampoo and conditioner. Well, I can't filter, but I can get rid of all the data series that are not shampoo and conditioner. Okay, because what I have is I've got the data up here, and I can come up to select data, and you'll notice I have shampoo and conditioner in here. This isn't actually going to filter out that I can unfilter back and get back to the original. This is actually going to make it so that I get rid of the series from this chart, which visually in the end is the same. However, it, it it isn't the same in the way in which we're going about doing it. So it is different, even though it ends up with the same look. All I have to do is click on the data series that I don't want. And for me, for right now, I'm just going to get rid of wands because there's another way to do it as well. So if I click on wands and I hit the minus sign, then it's no longer a part of this chart. See, again, that's why it's not the same thing. Wands in the Windows version is still a part of the chart. It's just not, it's been filtered out so visually you don't see it. So I'll go ahead and hit OK. And you can see that it's no longer a part of this chart. The alternative way in which I could do it, and the reason why I did wands is because wands and shampoo were both blue, and sometimes it's hard to tell one from the other. Now the blue and the orange series are what I want left. The yellow one I don't, so I click one time, hit the delete key, and you'll notice it gets rid of that. If I click on the gray treatment and hit the delete key, it gets rid of that. And so in the end, I end up with the chart I'm looking to have. Okay. So again, it's not filtered. I'm actually literally removing the series, and by doing so, I don't have the information. What's interesting is I can actually filter the data up here, and if I filter the data up here, then I could filter it in a way in which I only see shampoo and conditioner. However, in the Windows version, the reason why that's not the same is because it only filters the chart and leaves the full table there, and so it's not analogous. Again, I could get the correct looking chart that way, but then my table is slightly different. Once I've done that, so again, either under select data, I click on all the series that I don't want. One at a time, I click on a series name and hit the minus sign. Or I click on a series that I don't want, pretend this is a series I don't want, and then I hit the delete key and it goes away. Those two things are exactly the same. Okay, so let me undo and I'll show you what I mean. So undoing the last one, that's where I clicked on the gray series and then hit delete. And if you recall, the only two series that I saw in there were shampoo and conditioner. If I come up here and click on treatment and hit minus, now all I see in there is shampoo and conditioner. And again, I've got the same graphs here. All right, so that's all you have to do. And this is the one time where what you do on a Mac is technically different than what you do on a PC. It'll be graded either way, whether you do it the PC way or you do it the Windows or the Mac way.